automation services as well as advertising. If you have anything with a high ticket offer, may it be custom staircases, may it be roofing, may it be kitchen countertops or patios, decks, luxury home building, pool construction, these types of higher end machines, we see mobile homes, etc.
No CRM, no ads, word of mouth, and he's just working with people that are nickel and diming him. So I think maybe that would be a good niche, because once we build everything up for him, there's like huge margins if we could charge that price. What do you think about that? Like contractors and...
Yeah. In terms of advertising best practices also, before actually running those as ads, what's usually recommended is just run them on social, or rather post them on social. And your benefit of that is you already have a 90K channel. So like you will know whether a piece of content underperforms, hits the baseline, the average, or overperforms, right? And then those you would run as ads. You would test them organically and then run the winners.
Of course, yeah.
That's what I think. And then we can speak again tomorrow. So what I would like you to do, if you want to, or if you would, is audit all of your warm connections. Everybody that you have in your phone. Everybody who would need those services. What you can do is export your Google contacts. If you're on Apple, you can also find a way to export all of the contact details and give that to Manners if you want to. If not, you can go manually through that if you're data protection aware of that. But just find a way to audit everybody that is in your phone, because I would make the bet that we'd get halfway there. If you tell me like you're a good closer, all we got to optimize for is appointments on your schedule. That's what we need to optimize for. And so advertising will get you there in the long term, not within 6 weeks. Like within the 6 weeks, we got to do smiling and dining, all of the warm people, everybody that is currently low-hanging fruit, so to speak, right? And find a way to convert those.
Okay.
Do you think you have in your phone a few contacts that you can immediately reach out to? One of those we just found, the pavement name drop if you can. So like if you can tell the stories of the clients that you're currently working with, if they give you permission to do that, just do that. Just meet them for coffee, make it very unofficial, bring an iPad or just on your phone and say, okay, here's what I've heard. Okay, you're selling these devices. They cost usually between this and that. I can imagine you make this much margin on that. What are you currently doing in terms of advertising? And you don't really make it a pitch. You don't really make it an offer. You just make an exploration for them to tell you what they're currently not doing that they feel they should be doing. And then you just say, well, look, here's what we've implemented for that a wedding venue business, for example. Here were the results that we're getting. We're also looking at these other two businesses that we're currently in conversations with. These are about the results that you would looking at expecting. Depending on how you can give guarantees, you will need to choose the language softer or more confidently. That's up to you. But I think just name dropping people that you're currently working with or that you're considering working with, that does all of the sales. You don't need an offer fully crafted out with a beautiful looking website. That's all not essential. For the first few that you're going to close in person is like you being there, listen more than talking, and then just lead them through a discovery process so that they can tell you the pain that they're feeling, and then you just say exactly that back to them in language, and then, and then share a few of the stories of the clients that you've already worked with. That's what I would do.
Perfect. Just keep doing what I'm already doing. That works. Yep.
I mean, it might be boring for you to hear, but like if the goal is really 400K in 6 weeks and it's like back to the wall, then we're like, okay, let's not be cute. Let's not be fancy. It's like, you got something that works, like more. That's the answer for the short term. Then I hear you for the advertising systems for sure. But
prioritize and be ready for each meeting. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. So my specialty is in-person networking and warm outreach, client acquisition for AI agencies or AI enhanced services, which is what you have. So it's all about client acquisition, and in this very specific way that we first maximize the warm connections, of which you have many, and then we also do local and in-person networking, what you already are doing within your church and in other circles, and get clients from there. And you, in your position, you can hit the 400K in 6 weeks. We will need to like really work hard, but you already are. So I'm not saying this is unrealistic. It can be.